Respected family of Professor John Hunwick, dear friends, I'm delighted to address this distinguished event dedicated to the memory of the late Professor John Hunwick, and I'm honored to share with you some insight into his contribution to the preservation and documentation of manuscripts in West Africa. Such a short message as this does not do justice to his enormous lifelong contribution to the world of knowledge and to his highly appreciated contribution to Al-Furqan. For many years, Professor Hunwick has been a good friend of the Foundation. The echo of his famous phrase, "There is a lot more to Africa than song and dance," has been deeply embedded in the Al-Furqan ethos and work in unearthing the hidden intellectual treasures of Islamic Africa, an aim that was very close to his heart and a mission for which he dedicated his entire life. Here at Al-Furqān Islamic Heritage Foundation, we believe that Africa, both culturally and materially, is the richest and most diverse continent in the world. Africa was and continues to be the cradle and hub of Islamic philosophical and advanced reasoning. It is not surprising that hundreds of thousands of manuscripts reside in Africa today. Hence, from the early days, Al-Furqan has recognized the importance of dedicating much of our focus on preserving the written heritage in Africa, as most of the collections are endangered in areas that are at risk and deprived of funding and support. From our side, in addition to surveying, we have worked in the field of cataloguing Islamic manuscripts in many countries in Africa, such as Algeria, Burkina Faso, Egypt, Ghana, the Ivory Coast, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, Nigeria, and Senegal. The Foundation has published 16 catalogues in 33 volumes, recording approximately 30,000 manuscripts in Africa. Furthermore, Al-Furqan has organized 3 training courses on cataloguing and 8 training courses on editing, dedicated to the African researchers, librarians, and students. In all these projects related to the African written heritage, Professor Hunwick's invaluable support and contribution has been key. A simple research for John Hunwick on Al-Furqan's online database of Islamic manuscripts reveals hundreds of results which carry the name and signature of Professor Hunwick, showing the high relevance of his work in the field of Islamic heritage in Africa in general and for the literary history and the manuscript collections in particular. Among these results can be seen 2 catalogues related to the Nigerian manuscripts, namely Hand List of Manuscripts in the Nigerian National Archives of Kaduna and Hand List of Islamic Manuscripts Nigeria, the University of Ibadan Library, edited by Professor Hunwick and published by Al-Furqan. Also, his works have been used as a reference for describing 123 libraries in Nigeria in the World Survey of Islamic Manuscripts, also published by Al-Furqan. Above all, his iconic biobibliographical book titled Arabic Literature of Africa has been and still remains the ultimate reference in the field of the African literary tradition of Saharan and Sub-Saharan Africa, as it is a very useful tool for authenticating the names of the authors and the titles of the manuscripts of African provenience. Furthermore, Professor Hunwick was a great source of help to Al-Furqan by introducing many African scholars and catalogers, as well as helping with related projects. He also encouraged and helped the Foundation in organizing many events, as he participated and contributed to many of them. Indeed, a lot of work and study that has been done, and much of what is still to be done in the sphere of Islamic heritage in Africa, will be indebted to Professor John Hunwick. His death has been a great loss to the world of knowledge, and has left a huge gap in the world of African studies. Therefore, it is the duty of his students, colleagues, and friends to cherish his legacy and continue his path. I pray that he rests in peace and that we will continue to honor and celebrate his memory and contribution. Thank you.